Okay, first of all, I have my own reasons for supporting the governor's veto of SB 20. Yet this evening, I want to focus first on the arguments of two women whom I respect in support of the reproductive rights of women. Earlier today, House members, all of us, received a letter from a former colleague, now Congresswoman Alma Adams, in which she says, and I'm quoting her, "The abortion legislation before the North Carolina General Assembly today ignores the realities pregnant women face and the maternal health crisis facing American women." She goes on to explain that while some people believe that SB 20 is protecting life with an abortion ban after 12 weeks, many more people understand that abortion protects a woman's freedom, her health, and autonomy in a world that traditionally only valued those concepts for men. Continuing, she says, "If we put the ideological debate aside, we are left with a cold fact. American women are dying during or after pregnancy at alarming rates higher than 20 years ago and significantly higher than most wealthy nations." In the United States, approximately 1 in 1,000 black women will die due to pregnancy-related complications. For women with comorbidities and pre-existing conditions, that rate is even higher. And the rate of severe maternal morbidity is even higher than that. Unfortunately, the women who face the most danger from an unexpected pregnancy are often those with the least resources. So multiple visits or trips out of state may be beyond their resources. They may not even know they're pregnant before 8 to 12 weeks, making it impossible for them to clear the hurdles in this legislation. Solving the maternal health crisis and saving the lives of moms should be a higher priority than forcing pregnancy on those most at risk. And those are, that final quote is from Congresswoman Adams. Now I will relate the circumstances of a friend of mine, Heidi, who has given me permission to tell her story. She sent an email, and I'll only read parts of it. "I am now 70 years old, long past my childbearing years, but when I needed to make the decision to terminate a pregnancy over 35 years ago, I was fortunate that I lived in a North Carolina that supported me in my choice without question." As Heidi shared, "I was taking birth control pills, but due to an interaction with another medication I was taking, it failed and I became pregnant. Under normal circumstances, I would not have considered an abortion because A, I was an experienced mother, so the thought of another child did not overwhelm me. B, I loved my partner and would have been thrilled to have a child with him. And C, I had a good job with benefits, so I would not have faced financial hardship. But, and this was a huge but, my partner has scapulohumeral muscular dystrophy, a hereditary disease. His mother and brother also have the disease. FSHD is a dominant genetic disease, meaning that a parent with the FSHD genetic mutation has a 50% chance of passing the disease on to each of their children. So we had to consider the what-ifs of this pregnancy and do some painful soul searching. Genetic testing is generally done around week 15 or 16, but a negative test does not guarantee that the child has not inherited this genetic mutation. So after much discussion and with feedback from the MDA clinic, we decided to terminate the pregnancy. It was a very painful decision for me, as my body had already gone into protective nesting mode, so with many tears and a breaking heart, I scheduled the procedure. And that's the end of her story. But I want to close with my own words. SB 20, in essence, subjugates women and girls with restrictions based on the opinions and biases of politicians, the majority of whom are men. This bill, if enacted, will place shackles on our minds and our bodies. We, women and girls, want our freedom, and we want to be treated as first-class citizens. I therefore ask the members of this chamber to stand with the hundreds of thousands of people in the state and across the nation in defending reproductive rights.